guys, it's your girl Tititaughtyou and welcome back to my channel. Today, based on the title of the vlog, we're gonna be having discussions about protecting your brand and making sure that you're protecting your image publicly, online, social media, the whole 9 yards. Before we begin, I wanna make sure you guys smash that like button, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll sit a little bit like this so you guys can see my other social media platforms. Also, you can add me on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. So I wanted to keep this vlog not too lengthy because I was getting some feedback from people and they feel like when it comes to like my chit chat get ready with me and my tea with Tititaughtyou, they wanted to keep it fresh, not too lengthy. And I'm over here like, I did a 12-minute, I've done a 20-minute, so what is like too long to you? I feel like people's attention span sometimes is like the attention span of a teaspoon. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, so we can stick around 15 minutes, see what you guys think, because I'm thinking you guys can catch up. But if it's too lengthy, please let me know. Now, as you can tell, I straightened my hair. If you're curious on where I got my clip-ins, I can also link that down below. If you're curious on also how I styled my makeup, I can also link a video down below too. Anyway, so when it comes to your brand, I wanted to talk about protecting your brand, your image. I feel like people who are, let's say you're an independent contractor, you're in business, let's say you have an LLC, you're a commercial print runway model, actress, dancer, whatever the case may be, everywhere you go, you will be known for your brand. Everywhere you go, you will be known as that dancer, that model, whether you carry yourself on social media, whether Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, in person. I feel like the way you are online should be the same way as you are offline, in person. So I wanted to break that down. I noticed that when it comes to people who work for themselves, like I said, LLC, social media, let's say you're an influencer, right? You're an influencer and you are talking about products, whatever the case may be, and somebody talks to you online about, hey, where'd you get this product? And your response is, didn't you read? Like, girl, what's wrong with you? You're giving an attitude. I'm gonna have the perception of you being a rude person. You can't blame me. Why? Because the way that you talk to people. So if I ever meet you in person, I'm thinking, oh, this person is rude. I feel like no matter where you go, you should carry yourself as such, whether it is through the comments, like I said, online or offline, carry yourself as such because everywhere you go, you're representing your brand. Why would I want to work with somebody? If I'm an influencer, which I am, so I'll say that. If I'm an influencer and you're not answering back to comments to people that are asking genuine questions like, where can I find this product? Oh my God, this is so cute. Where'd you buy this? You don't respond back to people. And let's say I am Olay. I see how you're interacting with people in your comments and you're not interacting at all. Why would I, that brand, want to work with you even? Like, would want to work with you? You see what I'm saying? I feel like people don't understand that when it comes to you and how you communicate with people, it affects you. So now let's slide it towards in person. Let's say you are, again, an influencer and people, they bump into you at Walmart, right? They bump into you at Walmart. Oh my God, TT, like, I follow you on YouTube, I follow your Instagram. Like, I really like you, following you since day one. I'm a huge fan, da-da-da-da. And oh my girl, get away from me. Like, what? They're gonna be like, oh wow, this girl is really rude in person. Unfollow, unsubscribe. You're losing endorsements, you're losing stock. People don't realize how when it comes to your brand, it does affect you along the way, how you carry yourself in business, how you carry yourself when you're not even in business, when you're out in public. So I say this all to say that when it comes to your brand, be smart, be smart, productive, be aware. Socially aware is very important, which slides over to social awareness. Now, talking about social awareness, I feel like influencers, dancers, whatever it is, independent contractors, whatever the case may be, if you want to be a person that wants to expand your brand and when it comes to what you do, you want to work with other people, I think you should carry yourself as such 24/7. So let's say we're at, let's say we rent out an Airbnb and we are all TikTokers, right? You rent out an Airbnb in LA and we're TikTokers creating content, right? The moment you pull up, shake hands with everyone, introduce yourself, be polite, be respectful, Maybe this person wants to work with you because you make skateboarding content and they're a photographer. Maybe this person wants to work with you because you're a comedian and they know someone that's looking for somebody to make skits. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not introduce myself and carry myself as my brand and shake your hand and introduce myself if I'm here to make content? You know what I mean? You are literally shooting yourself in the foot if you are out here in these networking events and you're not trying to network, you're not trying to socialize, you're not trying to converse, you're not trying to talk, you're not trying to exchange info. You are actually tarnishing your brand. So let's say that photographer that wanted to work with the skateboarder and he finds out the skateboarder, like, I'm not saying that you don't have to work with them if you don't want to. You know what I mean? You can still get their info. It's your choice. But it's another where you just slight them like, what you gonna do for me? Nah, I'm all set. I'm good off you. They're gonna remember you as you being disrespectful, you being fresh. Why would they want to put you on? However, let's say you are that person that they remember you're super sweet, you're nice, you're respectful, you're charming, you're nice, you're polite, you're a gentleman, you're a lady, whatever the case may be. They remember you being respectful. That photographer decides to work at New York Fashion Week and they said, oh my God, they need like another model. I remember I met this girl at such and such at this mixer in Chicago. Let me put you on her information. Boom, a connection. Everywhere you go, you are your brand. You need to understand that you represent yourself. Even if you have an agency, an agent, a PR, an A&R that works with you, just make sure that you're carrying yourself as such, because you are tarnishing your brand if you are out here being rude, disrespectful, not trying to socialize, antisocial, talking to people in a condescending manner, talking like as if you're above them, and you feel like you're too good. You're not going to open more doors. You're actually closing more opportunities for yourself. So why do what you do if you're not trying to break bread with others? You need to break bread. Oh, sorry, you guys. I had to get my tea. We are drinking green tea with honey. I feel like when it comes to you trying to break bread with people, if you are really about your brand, you will be able to spend money. You will be wanting to spend money. Why say that you're trying to build yourself up and you say that you're trying to elevate yourself in your brand, but you're not investing in yourself? You need to invest in yourself. Fund the dream. I think I should put that down below. Fund the dream. If you see yourself trying to be something, a successful actress, a dancer, a model, photographer, reality TV star, you need to invest and put money into yourself. I do not understand why people out here, they want to do everything for free. I'm not saying that you cannot work for free. I'm saying that you should make it into a collaboration where you can work with multiple people. For example, let's say you want to be a model and you want to be a print model, right? So you should have a collaboration where you can pay the actually not pay the photographer because it's a collaboration. You find a photographer that's up and coming. He has decent work, so he takes photo shoots of you. This can help his brand. Now, as he starts to elevate his brand up, he can start charging people. So when you start using your pictures and you submit it to casting calls, you start booking gigs, you start getting paid. That's how you get your foot in the door. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that you have to do collaborations, but if you happen to meet somebody and they want to work with you as a collaboration and you're still up and coming, collaborate with them. Use those pictures, for example, for that photo shoot. Take test shots, do headshots, use those pictures for your casting calls, for your agency. You see how you easily just invested into yourself and now you can use those pictures when you go to casting calls? It's that easy. People do not want to invest the money. You have time to buy designer bags. You have time to go to the club. You have time to buy drinks, but you don't want to put money in buying a bus ticket to go to New York to attend a casting call. If you live in Boston, I find myself like giving a lot of people game when it comes to them trying to start off as a model and they don't want to listen to me. I tell them what to do and how to invest in themselves. They don't listen. So now you're wasting my time when I could have put this energy towards something else. You're wasting your own time because you don't want to invest in yourself, and then you get scared. Maybe that's what it is, but you have to get out this mindset that you're not good enough. You need to really invest in yourself. If you're really about your brand, you will invest. It's quite simple. Put in the effort, put in the work so you can start funding the dream. You have a 9-to-5 job, use that money to buy a plane ticket to go travel to attend a casting call across the state. 2 + 2 = 4. I don't understand what people do not understand. Like, you wanna be on The Shy, you wanna be on Power, you wanna be on whatever, Bad Girls Club, or whatever the case may be. You get my point. You wanna work with casting calls in New York or Chicago or LA, but you don't wanna travel. You rather just stay in your city. You have to fund the dream. And I'm sorry if I'm like, if I sound mad, like rude. I'm not trying to be mean, you guys are aggressive. It's just that I want people to understand that it makes no sense to me where I hear people's goals and they have the dots, but they're not connecting the dots to make their dreams become their reality. I don't get it. Like, you only have one life to live. Last thing you want to do is look back and be like, damn, when I was 25 years old, I didn't do none of this. I didn't do nothing. Now I'm like at this age and I completely regret it. Then what were you doing? Like what were you doing? I feel like what people need to understand is that if you want to take your brand seriously, you have to connect all your social media platforms together. So when it comes to your social media, like your TikTok and Instagram, for example, I love those two, TikTok and Instagram. If you're posting a video, you should share that content on your reel. Now, you don't always have to, but this also helps because your algorithm, you can make money off of your social media platforms too, and you can always bridge the gap of your followers following you amongst those two platforms. So you can link your Instagram. This is great. These are great tips for you to, expand your brand and get it out there. I just don't like when people complain about how social media, but you're not really fully using it to utilize it in multiple ways where it can actually benefit your brand. You're a photographer, show your work, collaborate, tag the models, tag your location, tag how you travel, create a business website so people know how to reach you, invest in a business phone, get an LLC. With your LLC, you can get a business credit card. You can use that so when you go out and travel, you can write off your checks, your food, your lunch, your trips, write it off with that card. And all of this information is free game online. Like, you don't want to work for a 9-to-5 and you want to work for yourself, fund a dream so you can eventually leave that 9-to-5 job and start funding for yourself to make your dream become more of a lucrative kind of business. Now, if you want to have multiple jobs, that's totally fine. That's what I do. I just know that later down the road, I want to be my own boss. It's a Capricorn thing. I want to work for only myself. So as you're building yourself up, you have to fund the dream to make your dreams become your reality. I said so much. I kind of want to go back to what I said earlier when it comes to like your professionalism. I feel like whatever you tweet, whatever you do, post on social media, like let's say you're talking about the LGBTQ in an ill manner, and let's say you want to work with a brand, but they work with the LGBTQ and they have fundraisers with them or businesses with them, they're not going to want to work with you because you tweeted something back in 2012. Social media is very powerful, so be careful what you put out there because it stays out there forever. Be careful what you say. You want to work with Tyra Banks, you know what I mean? And then y'all start working together and they find out you were bashing her and you're posting pictures of her nudes or whatever the case may be. You get my point. Just be careful what you put out there because if you want to take your brand seriously, you need to understand that your social media also comes with repercussions. So just be mindful what you tweet, what you post, what you talk about. Just keep it in mind because people, listen, I don't know if y'all seen this new feature now on Twitter where you can go on somebody's profile and click at the top right where it says like search words, type in a specific word and it pops up and it brings up those tweets that you said about that subject from how many years ago. How many times you said it, it comes up. It's like a filter. So let's say I talk about the word cats. I talk about cats. Type it in above, it's gonna bring up all the tweets I've had listed where I tweeted about cats. Be careful what you put out there. Be careful. So I can't stress this enough. So when it comes to me and my brand, I'm careful what I say. I'm careful what I post. I'm careful what I tweet and what I interact with, because I do not want to tie myself into a brand or a look that does not pertain to me. You need to be smart with who you work with. You need to be smart with what you say. You need to be smart with what you post. You need to be smart with the businesses that you collaborate with, because they may have a business, have a rival with another brand. You want to work with Dove, but what's another brand? Oh, you want to work with Dove, but you worked with Olay. You see what I'm saying? Like, and let's say that they're rivals. So they'll see themselves as rivals. You want to work with CVS, but you already work with Walgreens. You see what I'm saying? Just examples like that. Like, understand that when it comes to brands that you want to work with, or who you mention online when it comes to what they do, it could bite you in the ass later. It could bite you in the butt later. Just be mindful. Anyway, I believe I said a whole mouthful. I said a lot, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this vlog too. I wanted to talk a lot about brands because like I said before, my friends would ask me, and other like strangers too would ask me like how to get into modeling or acting and stuff like that. And I told them, like, no matter where you go, carry yourself as your brand. Like, you are literally your brand. Wherever you go, you represent yourself. If you're working with somebody else, you're representing that brand. So carry yourself as such. If you have any questions about this vlog, please put them down below. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you all. Bye.